have read few other data structures in
Yes,
CPL?
sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry,
Yes,
I
sir.
forgot the recording.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Okay,
Yes, sir.
arrays.
Yes, sir.
Arrays.
which data structures? Arrays. Okay, and
Union.
Strings.
some other data structures you have read? So string is not a
Union.
data structure. Yeah,
Sir, trees.
structure, union.
Structure union.
अभी जो
Parse
पढ़े,
tree.
I'm talking about what you have read already. Parse tree तो बेटा is a compiler design subject. Parse tree is a different thing. When I'm talking about trees, we will see different kind of trees, B trees, B plus trees, binary trees, and all those things. So see, at least stack and queue, I don't think you have read in your PPA class. At least arrays, structure, and union you have read, right? So what do you understand by the term data structures? If I ask you just this question, what is a data structure?
So the different forms in which data can
Okay.
be put into.
Sir, organizing the data
Structuring the
in
data.
And why you need to structure the data? Let's talk about
So,
arrays. What was the benefit of arrays? Why you needed array?
So we can
कि
input
जब
many
level पढ़ा दिया. Why
elements.
you needed array?
So to input
Again,
many elements in a single data
so to
type.
input many elements, suppose you want to create an array that can store 10 integers. So I can store 10 integers like this also. Int a equals to 10. I can store another
so
integer
but
like int b equals to 20.
storing it in an array would be more optimized and less typing and all would be required. So it is faster
Yes, sir.
calling in it.
नहीं, less typing नहीं. Why optimize? What is the meaning of optimize?
Sequential
Ease of code.
collection of.
Yeah.
The he
Again,
you are
repeat what
talking about
sequential?
10 variables, but sir,
Sequential collection of data.
See, suppose I'm saying you that okay, I will store int a equals to 10, int b equals to 20, int c equals to 30. I want to store three data like this. Now what will happen in the computer memory? When I have written int a equals to 10, so what happens in your computer memory or your RAM basically? Suppose this is your RAM or main memory. This is your random access memory, right? यहाँ पे sequentially store नहीं होती information. Information doesn't stores or get stored sequentially here. जो भी space खाली होगी, whatever space is empty inside this RAM, operating system वहां जाके will allocate you that space. For example, if I'm writing int a equals to 10, so what will happen? Whatever memory space is free, suppose this space is free, so this space will be given to this variable a, the value of which is 10. और क्या space होगी? What will be the space that will be allocated? 2 bytes. Suppose if integer takes 2 bytes, so 2 bytes space will be reserved like this. Yes or no?
Yes,
If I'm
sir.
saying
Yes.
int a equals to 10,
Yes.
right? If I'm saying int a equals to 10, so operating system will try to find out 2 bytes free space in the memory in your RAM. जहां भी free space मिल गई 2 bytes की, it will store a with 10. Suppose the starting address, obviously in the memory you have something known as addresses. Okay, in your memory, computer memory, you have something known as addresses. Everything stores at a particular address. जब pointer पढ़ा होगा तो देखा होगा ना, ampersand sign use करते हैं to get
Yes,
the
sir.
to store the address of a variable, right? So there is always a address with regard to everything, every variable. So इसका भी कुछ address होगा. This a will also have some address. Suppose the starting address is 100. वैसे hexadecimal में होता है, but suppose the starting address is 100. What will be the ending address? What will be the end address of this a? कहां से कहां तक होगा?
102.
102. Yes. So because this is occupying 2 bytes, right? So it is stored from 100 to 102. Now suppose I have written another variable int b equals to 20. Now what will happen? It is not necessary that this b will come here after a. Anywhere the space is free. Suppose the space is free from here, 80 to 82 bytes. Suppose the space is free here, so b will be allocated here as 20. Suppose I have written int c equals to 30. Suppose the third space available is here, say 90 to 92. So what I'm trying to say is, if you are trying to store 10 integers like this in different variables, they will be stored differently in the memory, right? Because they are not stored sequentially. If you want to store the variable sequentially, or you want to store same type of data, okay, one another thing, can I create an array where I store both integers and float numbers
No,
in C and
sir.
C++?
No,
sir.
C,
sir.
C++ में ऐसा नहीं
No,
कर सकते
sir.
हैं. बाकी Python, if you are reading Python में list और tuples वगैरह होते हैं. In Python you can do something like that. Okay, but in C, C++, Java, etc., you cannot do these things. So when I say arrays, the best use and why we need arrays is if we want to, two words should come here. First, homogeneous data items. Homogeneous का मतलब है same kind of data, either integers, same data, either 10 integers, 20 integers, or 10 floats, 20 floats, anything like that, or 30 characters. Okay, but data should be homogeneous, means same kind of data. You cannot store an integer and a float in a same array, or you cannot store an integer character and a float in a same array. So data should be homogeneous and sequential. Means suppose now I want to create an array to store 3 integers, it will be something like this. The first यहाँ पे a आया as 20, then b as 30, then c as 10. So what will happen now in the memory? Again this same RAM memory, but now these three will be stored together or in a sequential manner. Okay, operating system will allocate. Suppose ये 100 से start हो रहा है, तो a अगर 100 पे आया है, so b कहाँ आएगा? वो आएगा 102 पे. Where will c come? C will come at 104, and finally from 100 to 106 this space will be reserved. This is the benefit. अच्छा, benefit अभी इससे भी नहीं हुआ. benefit तब हुआ, store तो कर दिया, लेकिन address what we will tell the user that okay, this is your array. The array is stored from the location 100 से वो store हुआ है. We will not tell the ending, we will tell that the array is stored at 100. If I am telling you that the array is stored from the location 100 and there are 3 elements in the array, can you find the address of the third element?
Yes, sir.
If the array
Yes,
is
sir.
stored from 100 and there are 3 elements, तो क्या third वाले का address find नहीं कर सकते? Obviously, right? From where the third one is
Yes, sir.
starting, दो byte add करते जाओ, दो byte add करते जाओ. This is the benefit of array, that we will only give the base address. This is also known as base address of the first element of the array, and rest of the elements we can find by just adding simply. Okay, whatever adding मतलब अगर integer store है तो 2 add करोगे, right? Character store है तो 1 add करोगे, जितने भी bytes stored है, depending on that. This is another benefit of arrays. What is the structure? What is the difference between an array and a structure? I'm talking about these 3 data structures because these 3 you have read in your earlier classes. First thing, tell me what is the difference between array and structure?
So
In
one
structure, we
difference would be that you can store
One by one.
different kind of data types in structures.
Heterogeneous data to be
yes, sir,
precise.
same.
Yeah. अगर array में homogeneous data item, homogeneous word आया था, so structure में आएगा heterogeneous word, right? Because you have seen, you can create a structure like this, जिसमें एक integer भी store कर सकते हो. You can create a float also store. You can store a character also. Okay, you can store different types of data in a structure. और structure और union में तो difference आई हो, पता ही होगा, right?
Yes.
Structure में what will be the size of the structure? सबका size add कर दोगे जितने भी data items है, right?
Yes,
Union में size क्या होगा? जो largest data item,
maximum वाले का.
maximum वाले का size will be the size of the union. So these
Yes,
three
sir.
things you have seen in our first module basically. Just wait a minute, let me show you the syllabus first. Okay. So voice is audible, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now we will see what is your syllabus. Okay, just a overview what we are going to read. So firstly, we will start with your data structures. What are linear and non-linear data structures? Okay, how data are organized. Basically, we have to talk about arrays simply here, arrays and other things. Okay, we will talk about that. Then we will see structures also. Okay, structure operations. You have seen this in your PPL classes also, but again, we will see little basics regarding structures also and unions also and all those things. Whatever is highlighted in yellow here is basically your asynchronous lecture. So see, suppose this is your 3 credit course. Credit means how many classes you are going to have per week. So 3 credit means 2 classes will be offline, which we are having. I think today and tomorrow you have your classes, right? That is your 2 offline classes, and one is your asynchronous lecture. Asynchronous lecture means some online videos or something will be uploaded on that. But if the topic is important, generally what I do, I try to cover most of the things in the class itself. Okay. So if I feel that you can watch the video and you will not feel any doubts, you will not get any doubts, then only that video will lecture something will be uploaded. Otherwise, I will try to cover everything in the class itself so that you can have the discussion with me also and we can clear the doubts in the class itself. This last topic of your first module is very easy. Basically, you have to just read about arrays, structures, unions, and the last topic is time complexity. We will talk about time complexity, but suppose I say you that I write a statement like this: int a equals to 10. How much time your system will take or your compiler will take to perform this operation? What do you think? इसको करने में कितना टाइम लगता होगा?
Sir, very less time.
1 units बोल लो. If I'm talking about a number, just say 1 unit of time. Unit can be anything. यहाँ पे unit कुछ भी आ सकता है, but 1 unit of time, right? Any line of code that you write, the time taken by the compiler is 1 unit generally. But if you are writing loops in your program, for example, suppose I write something like this: for I is running from 0 to 100, and here I am writing int a equals to 10. How many times this loop is running? First question. 1 to 100. How many times this loop is running? 100 times.
One. Yes,
So
sir.
how many times this 10 will be initialized to a? कितनी बारी 10 initialize होगा a को? 100 times. So just see, this loop itself increase the time complexity by 100. Suppose ये 100 की जगह I would have written here m. So इस loop की time complexity क्या होती? Means how much time this loop is running? Simply m times.
M times.
M times.
Yes, sir.
Now suppose I write something like this: for I equals to 1 to 100, 1 to m, and we have an inner loop also for I equals to 1 to n. What will be the time complexity of this loop? This whole thing, how much time this whole thing is running?
M times or N times.
Mn times, simply.
Yes, sir.
For every m, you are getting n, right? This is not as simple as it is, because this will be something like n square. Suppose m and n both are same, around same. Suppose m or n lagbhag same hai. M could be 100, n could be 105. If both are same, can I say that time complexity is something like n square?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
this is a
sir.
very
Yes.
worst case time complexity. ठीक है, n square is a very bad time complexity. जैसे square लगता जाएगा, because this much time can be spent in the worst case. इसमें 3 केसेस होते हैं: वर्स्ट केस, बेस्ट केस, एवरेज केस. टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी देखो, बेस्ट केस क्या है? किसी भी चीज का एक ही टाइम में हो जाए, ऑर्डर ऑफ 1, लाइक दिस वी राइट. अभी सब ओ वगैरह क्या है, वी विल टॉक अबाउट लेटर. बट द बेस्ट केस इज एनीथिंग कैन बी डन इन 1 यूनिट ऑफ टाइम, एक ही बार में हो जाए. दिस इज द बेस्ट केस. दिस इज समथिंग लाइक अ वर्स्ट केस, मींस मैक्सिमम टाइम. अब इसका दूसरा एग्जांपल एक देखते हैं. सपोज आई हैव अ एरे लाइक दिस. I have a array. In this array, I have stored some numbers: 2, 3, 1, 5, and 6. This is my array. Suppose I want to find 2 in this array. What is the best case? In what time I can find 2 here? In 1 unit of time, पहली बार में,
हाँ जी.
है ना?
Yes,
ऑर्डर
sir.
ऑफ वन टाइम
Yes.
नहीं मुझे मिल जाएगा पहली बार में,
Yeah.
बट सपोज आई हैव टू फाइंड 6।
Worst case.
6 के लिए भी बेस्ट केस तो यही होता कि 6 यहाँ पे रखा होता, 6 वुड हैव बीन रिटन हियर और ऑर्डर ऑफ 1 में मुझे मिल जाता। बट हियर द वर्स्ट केस इज कमिंग, आई हैव टू चेक 1 2 3 4 एंड 5th, मुझे ऑर्डर ऑफ 5 टाइम लगेगा, मतलब 5 स्टेप्स लगेंगे। बेसिकली स्टेप्स है, हाउ मच स्टेप्स और हाउ मच टाइम you are taking. So this is all the things that we have to talk about in time complexities, not in a great detail in your first year, but we will talk, because iska jo major thing you have to read regarding time complexities, because you have to analyze every algorithm. Okay, in computer science basically you have to write algorithms for the problems. How, for a particular problem, suppose I want to find minimum distance or minimum time travel from UPS to your home. Suppose this is the question I have, that I want to find which path or which roads you can take to minimum cover the distance from UPS to your home. Minimum time कैसे लग सकता है? This is the question. अब इसके बहुत से आंसर हो सकते हैं। एक आंसर हो सकता है from some person A, that इसने ये आइडेंटिफाई किया कि यहाँ से ऐसे जाएंगे ऐसे जाएंगे ऐसे जाएंगे, this is the first solution I have. Some other person B gave you the second solution. Both of you A and B have given you the same solution. How can you say that A का solution better है या B का solution better है? किसका एल्गोरिथम बेटर है?
Which will
सर
take
जिसका
less
मिनिमम
time.
होगा।
नॉर्मल नेव लैंग्वेज यू विल से जो कम टाइम ले रहा है, सिंपल आंसर।
Hmm.
बट इन कंप्यूटर साइंस यू विल से दैट जिसकी टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी कम है। ऑब्वियसली जिस अगर दोनों ही एल्गोरिथम सेम प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर रहे हैं, if both of these algorithms are solving the same problem, then you have to see the time complexity. अगर ये ले रहा है ऑर्डर ऑफ n और ये ले रहा है ऑर्डर ऑफ n स्क्वायर, तो कौन सा बेटर है?
A.
This one is better,
n
right? So these things you will read more in your algorithms classes in your next year, but a little basics regarding time complexity and everything we will see. वैसे जितना भी हमने क्लास में डिस्कस कर लिया इतना ही देखना है, इससे बहुत ज्यादा नहीं देखना है। थोड़ा बहुत और देखेंगे, बेस्ट केस एवरेज केस को हाउ यू रिप्रेजेंट दैट, है ना, एसिम्प्टोटिक नोटेशंस क्या होते हैं, वी विल सी अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ दैट। सो दैट इज योर फर्स्ट मॉड्यूल। इट्स yeah, I think there was some audio issues. Now it's fine.
yes sir,
Yes,
it's
sir.
coming.
Oh, okay. Just give me a little. Okay. Yeah, so that was our first module, right? In the second module, we have to see another data structure, that is your linked list. Have you heard this term before?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
When you were reading Principles of Programming Languages, there was a language Lisp, which is known as the first language for artificial intelligence, है ना, ये पढ़ा होगा।
Yes sir.
हाँ जी सर.
The basics of this Lisp, इसमें जो L है, this is for linked list only. Okay, the basics of this Lisp language, how it was designed, it was used using this linked list only. How it looks something like this. You will have, there is something known as a list here. Okay, list is a data structure in itself. How you have to create this list, we will see later. Structures use करते हैं, pointers use करते हैं. With the help of that, we'll create a list like this. In this list, we store a data. There are two parts. First part is for the data. Here you can store any data like this, 5. Okay. The second part is for the address of the second list. For example, second list is here. In this second list, I have stored another data, say 6. Okay. This will be pointing to this like this. You will not say last in first out or anything like that. Here can be the address of any list. हो सकता है एक लिस्ट आगे लगी हो जिसमें 7 स्टोर हो और इसमें उसका एड्रेस हो, तो ये उसको पॉइंट करेगा, क्योंकि द सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ एवरी लिस्ट विल कंटेन द एड्रेस ऑफ नेक्स्ट लिस्ट. तो इस तरह बहुत सारी लिस्ट आपस में ऐसे अटैच्ड होती. लॉट ऑफ लिस्ट आर अटैच्ड लाइक दिस. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट डेटा स्ट्रक्चर. ओके, व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ दिस लिंक लिस्ट ओवर एरेज, है ना, क्यों एरे के बाद इसकी लिंक लिस्ट की जरूरत पड़ी. These things we will see later, but this is your another data structure. Okay, they will be connected something like this. Here we have something known as circular linked list also, where list will be connected like this. Every list will be connected in a circular pattern. Okay, then you have doubly linked list also, means one list will be connected. अब यहाँ पे अगर if you see first link, we can move from first link to the second, but second से first में नहीं आ सकते, right? You cannot move from this second list to the first link, right? यहाँ से कोई ऐसे link इधर नहीं आ रही है ना. Every
Yes,
link is
sir.
going to the next link itself. You cannot move from forward to backward. But there is another data structure that is doubly linked list. उसमें क्या होता है? You can move from here to here also, and you can move from here to here also. यहाँ पे 3 parts होते हैं basically list, जिसमें डेटा बीच में रखा रहता है. यहाँ पे डेटा इज केप्ट हियर. ओके, और बाकी आपस में कनेक्टेड होते हैं. सब ये सब देखेंगे. वी विल सी these things in detail. Very interesting topic, very easy, not too difficult. In this linked list topic, you have to see how you have to create linked list, how you have to insert elements inside linked list, how you have to search an element inside a linked list, how you have to delete element inside a linked list. तीनों में, singly linked list में भी, circular linked list also, and doubly linked list also. These things we have to see in our second module. और इसमें इतना ही है. Second module is basically your linked list only. Okay, यही insertion, deletion algorithm, all these things we will see. Very easy topic, very interesting, very important. Okay, important when I'm saying it's not for your semester, it's for your whole computer science subject, because most of the algorithms which we will see in the next classes, generally they will use linked list or they will use heaps. Okay, these kind of data structures they will use. They generally, people don't use arrays in very high complex programming. Okay, they go for high level data structures like these. Arrays बहुत ही basic level पे लोग करते हैं. Generally we don't go for more complex programs. Then your third module is regarding stacks and queues. Stacks and queues. ठीक है, stacks and queues. Your stack is something like this. Okay, suppose you have a bottle. The base of the bottle is closed and the top is open. Suppose I put one coin inside this bottle. I'm talking about stack. How a stack looks like. This is like a water bottle. Okay, this is like a water bottle. The base of the bottle is closed and the top is open. Suppose I put coins inside this bottle. सबसे पहले I have thrown a 1 rupee coin. तो 1 rupee coin मैंने फेंका. 1 rupee coin जाके यहाँ 1 rupee coin will settle in the bottom. Next I throw the 2 rupee coin. So 2 rupee coin जाके उसके ऊपर बैठ जाएगा. Next I throw the 3 rupee coin. So 3 rupee coin will go and sit on the top. Now suppose the bottle is full. The stack is full. Which was the coin which I thrown first?
First,
सबसे पहले किसको फेंका था?
1 rupee coin.
1 rupee coin.
1 rupee coin. लेकिन अगर इस बॉटल से मुझे कोई कॉइन बाहर निकालना है, if I want to, remove some coin from the bottle, क्या पहले 1 rupee remove होगा?
No,
no
sir.
sir, 3 वाला होगा.
पहले 3
3
remove
होगा
करना पड़ेगा.
फिर 2 होगा.
That is why this is known as last in first out. मतलब जो लास्ट में गया है एलिमेंट वो सबसे पहले बाहर जाएगा। दिस इज द ओनली बेसिक्स रिगार्डिंग स्टैक। अगर किसी को ये चीज क्लियर हो गई, स्टैक में कुछ नहीं है। जो एलिमेंट लास्ट में गया है स्टैक में, वही सबसे पहले आएगा। ऑब्वियसली बॉटल में दिख रहा है ना, 3 सबसे लास्ट में गया है, सो 3 विल कम आउट फर्स्ट, फिर 2 बाहर आएगा, और जो सबसे पहले गया था वो सबसे आखिरी में बाहर आएगा। दिस इज व्हाट इज स्टैक। नाउ स्टैक को क्रिएट करने के दो तरीके हैं। वी कैन क्रिएट स्टैक यूजिंग एरेज। एरेज से भी स्टैक को, अब देखो जितनी डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स है ना, लिंक लिस्ट है, स्टैक है, क्यूज है, अभी ऐसा कोई कीवर्ड नहीं होता जैसे एरे को है तो ऐसे बना दिया। You can create array something like this, but you cannot create stacks, linked list, and queues like this. Okay, you have to use the pre-existing data types or pre-existing data structures basically. For example, to create list, we will use structures and pointers. To create this stack, we will use arrays one way, or you can use linked list also. We can create stacks using linked list also. ठीक है, दोनों की implementation देखने हैं, बस इतना ही करना है इसमें। Okay, then the next data structure is your queues. If I talk about queues, it will be something like this. It will be a line like a movie theater. जैसे कि मूवी में टिकट लेने जाते हैं ना, suppose this is your ticket counter, movie ticket counter. So if I talk about queues, suppose this is your movie ticket counter. Suppose the first person came to buy the ticket. सबसे पहले first person आया, person A. तो टिकट किसको मिलेगा? जो पहले आया उसी को मिलेगा। फिर पर्सन बी आया। क्यू इज लाइक अ लाइन। क्यू का जो लिटरल मीनिंग होता है लाइक अ लाइन, जो लाइन में पहले लगा है उसका नंबर पहले आएगा। सो दैट इज वाई क्यू इज लाइक फर्स्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट। जो पहले गया है टिकट लेने, दैट विल गेट द टिकट फर्स्ट और दैट विल कम आउट फर्स्ट। ओके, इट्स लाइक अ ओपन लाइन और अ ओपन टनल। कि अगर नाउ इफ आई थ्रो अ कॉइन इनसाइड दिस, अगर 1 मैंने थ्रो किया तो इधर से भी ओपन है, दिस इज ओपन फ्रॉम दिस एंड आल्सो, सो 1 विल कम आउट फर्स्ट। फिर आई थ्रो 2, so 2 will come out second, then I throw 3, so 3 will come out last. So whatever is coming first in the queue, that will be removed from the queue first. In queue also we have some different types. For example, circular queues, we have D queues, we have priority queues. Okay, all these things we will see. Queue, to create queues also you can use either arrays or you can use linked list, है ना, दोनों चीजें से create कर सकते हैं। This is your third module. We will see slowly and slowly. Then your fourth module. In fourth module, we are going to see trees, and basically we are going to see regarding binary trees. Okay, binary trees means 2 childs I'm going to have. So what are binary trees? How you can create binary trees? What are the operations that you can perform in binary trees? Okay, traversing and all those things we will see here. Okay, these yellow highlighted topics are easy ones. They are asynchronous lecture, Huffman algorithm, and traversing threaded binary trees. Not very tough. Okay, so here we are going to see binary trees first, generally in your fifth module. Okay, this was your fourth module regarding trees. Trees में भी सारे trees नहीं पढ़ने. For example, red black trees होते हैं. Okay, B plus trees, B plus tree. I think I will cover B plus trees. Okay, because if you are reading binary trees, it's better you cover all the siblings of binary trees. For example, B plus trees, B trees, है ना, ये सारे भी cover कर लें, because they will help you in your different subjects. DBMS subject एक होता है, database management system, which you will read in your second or third year. So वहां पे भी ये सारे आते हैं, B trees, B plus trees, etc. Then your fifth module. Here you have to perform sequential search, binary search, basically few searching techniques and few sorting techniques. Okay, AVL trees and B trees are given in your module 5th, but we will try to cover them with your module 4th itself. The binary trees पढ़ेंगे उसके बाद ही cover करेंगे इस module में. In your module 5th, basically we are going to see some searching techniques and some sorting techniques. I hope you have these techniques you have read in your PPL labs also, right? कुछ PPL lab में
Yes,
भी किया,
sir.
linear search, binary search, है ना. linear search का मतलब क्या है? Suppose this is your array, इसमें 2 स्टोर है, 4 स्टोर है, 5 स्टोर है, 6 स्टोर है, 7 स्टोर है. I want to find number 8, whether number 8 is present in this array or not. So linear search says कि एक एक एलिमेंट से मैच करो. 8 को मैच करो पहले a of 0 से. क्या ये मैच हुआ? नहीं हुआ. You move forward, match it with a of 1. मैच हुआ? नहीं हुआ. Match it with the third element, match it with the fourth element, match it with the fifth element. This is linear search. You have to go linearly, एक एक एलिमेंट चेक करना पड़ेगा. दिस वॉज योर लीनियर सर्च. बाइनरी सर्च क्या करता था? इस पूरे एरे को 2 पार्ट में डिवाइड करता था, है ना. एक मिड फाइंड करते थे सबसे पहले.
Yes,
तो
sir.
सबको जो एलिमेंट फाइंड करना है वो मिड के लेफ्ट साइड में मिला, तो इस पूरे पार्ट को हटा देते थे. फिर इस पार्ट को भी 2 पार्ट में डिवाइड करते थे. बेसिकली हाफ ऑफ करके एरे को डिवाइड करते थे, जिससे टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी का वहां पे यू हैवंट हर्ड दिस टर्म, बट लीनियर सर्च की टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी कुड बी व्हाट कुड बी द वर्स्ट. अगर सपोज एरे का साइज है n, देयर आर n एलिमेंट्स इन द एरे, व्हाट कुड बी द वर्स्ट केस टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ लीनियर सर्च?
Order of n.
सर जो हमें एलिमेंट
Order
ढूंढना
of
है
n.
Order of n.
लास्ट
Order of n.
ऑर्डर ऑफ एन.
Order of n, right? Suppose there are 100 elements
Yes,
in the
sir.
array. जो एलिमेंट आपको ढूंढना है वो 100th लोकेशन पे ही रखा हुआ है. That element is kept at the 100th location. तो मतलब order of n is the worst case. Best case क्या है? Order of 1. हो सकता है वो पहली पोजीशन पे ही रखा हो, right?
Yes.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
The time complexity of linear search was order of n. The time complexity of binary search was order of log n. कैसे order of log n? डिवाइड कर रहे हो, यू आर डिवाइडिंग हाफ हाफ में. लॉग की प्रॉपर्टी यही है, लॉग कैन इंक्रीज डबल और इट कैन डिवाइड बाय हाफ. ठीक है, बहुत ज्यादा इसमें डिटेल में नहीं जाना है, जब एल्गोरिथम चैप्टर पढ़ोगे इन नेक्स्ट ईयर और नेक्स्ट सेमेस्टर तब इसमें जाएंगे. बट द टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ बाइनरी सर्च वाज log n. तो कौन सा बेटर है दोनों में से, छोटा कौन सा है, n या log n?
Binary.
Log n.
Log.
log
n.
n is log n is smaller. This means that binary search will take less time compared to linear search, right?
Yes. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
या इसी तरह कुछ सॉर्टिंग टेक्निक्स होंगी, बबल सॉर्ट, इंसर्शन सॉर्ट, सिलेक्शन सॉर्ट. ओके, जनरली इन सिलेबस इट्स मेंशन्ड इंसर्शन एंड बबल सॉर्टिंग. if time permits we will see other sorting also, but whatever is written inside the syllabus exam इसी से आएंगे. okay, if time permits we will discuss more sorting algorithms also, but exam में नहीं आएंगे. exam में whatever is written inside this syllabus, I will upload this course plan on your blackboard. whatever is written inside this course plan यहीं से आना है. for your understanding maybe I will be explaining a little bit other things also in depth also, but for your examination, because see I have as I have told you in the initial beginning itself, this subject is not just to pass this semester. okay, you have to prepare it in such a way that it should help in your final year also, because फिर ये पढ़ना पड़ेगा. जनरली लोग नहीं पढ़ते फर्स्ट ईयर में, फिर जाके चौथे साल में फिर से यही किताबें खरीदते हैं फर्स्ट ईयर की, एंड देन दे स्टार्ट टू रीड. it should not happen like that. Go in a sequential order. If you are honestly preparing at least data structures in this semester, and अगर सी, अच्छा, वन बेसिक प्री रिक्विजिट इज यू शुड नो सी, जो पीपीएल में पढ़ के आए हो, सी का बेसिक्स पता होना चाहिए थोड़ा बहुत एटलीस्ट. ठीक है, एंड डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स एंड एल्गोरिथम्स. इफ एनीवन इज कंफर्टेबल विद दीज थ्री थिंग्स you will get a very good job. okay, and not just for your job, you will be a very good computer scientist or a computer science engineer if you are good with these three subjects at least I am saying. okay, definitely इसके सिवा भी बहुत से ऐसे कोर सब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट, डीबीएमएस वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट, बट these three at least are the soul of the computer science kind of a thing. okay, ये नहीं आएगा और ये आएगा तो चलेगा, बट अगर ये नहीं आता है और इसके सिवा कुछ भी आता है, it will not work, because people start questioning you from this part whether you are good with data structures and algorithms or not. C तो just एक tool है कोड करने का. got this? then your
Yes, sir.
last module. okay, last module में कुछ नहीं, minimum cost spanning trees, थोड़ा बहुत ग्राफ्स के बारे में हमें पढ़ना है, what are graphs, how you create graphs. okay, these are different data structures. जैसे एक trees data structure होता है उस तरह graphs data structure होता है. okay, minimum cost spanning tree होता है, graphs की यूज करते हैं. for example, you must have heard there is a problem known as traveling salesman problem. have you heard this term, traveling salesman
Yes,
problem?
sir.
उसमें क्या होता है, there is a salesman and suppose there are 5 cities, suppose city A, city B, city C, city D, and they are connected to one another in some way. ये ऐसे आपस में connected है, कैसे भी कैसे connected है. now this salesman have to deliver a product in each of these cities. what path should it follow, कौन सी सिटी में पहले जाना चाहिए, which city it should follow next, किस path में it should travel, so that he can visit all the cities in less number of time, but he should visit one city only once. हर सिटी एक ही बार विजिट करना है और सबसे कम टाइम में सारे सिटीज को ट्रैवल करना है. दिस इज द ट्रैवलिंग सेल्समैन प्रॉब्लम. दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स आर सॉल्व्ड यूजिंग ग्राफ्स, और ग्राफ्स के कुछ एल्गोरिथम होते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल मिनिमम कॉस्ट स्पैनिंग ट्री. यही प्रॉब्लम पढ़ेंगे यहाँ पे, कैसे इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. इसी तरह की और भी बहुत सी प्रॉब्लम्स होती है, हाउ यू कैन सॉल्व दीज प्रॉब्लम्स. सो दिस वाज योर ओवरऑल सिलेबस for the data structures. These are your textbooks. okay, If you are not very good with C, which I hope you should be, because in lab the prerequisite or whatever coding you are going to do will be in C only. In your third year in UPS, you will have 2 projects. Third year के 2 semester होंगे, right? First semester में you will definitely have to make a project in C language, ये compulsory है, और कोई language वहाँ use कर ही नहीं सकते हो. And in your next semester of the third year, you have to code in any OOPS language, object-oriented programming. Means either you can use C++ or Java. Python generally people don't use there, okay, because there are a lot of libraries. So one project you definitely have to make in C language, other one in any of the OOPS language. What is the OOPS language?
Object-oriented.
Object-oriented programming.
What is the difference between C and C++?
So
Apart
in
from
C++,
the syntax,
you have objects and classes,
Classes and
yes.
objects, yes.
Whenever
inheritance,
anyone
polymorphism.
says you the word OOPS language or object-oriented programming, 4 things should come to your mind. At least 4 things. और भी होती हैं, but 4 आनी चाहिए. Encapsulation, polymorphism, abstraction,
Inheritance.
and inheritance. These 4 things should come to your mind. और ये सिर्फ मैं नहीं हूँ जो अभी पूछ रहा हूँ. जब इंटरव्यू के लिए बैठोगे फाइनल ईयर में, the interviewer will also ask you what is the OOPS language. वो ये 4 टर्म सुनना चाहता है. Encapsulation का मतलब होता है classes and objects. Polymorphism का मतलब होता है एक ही फंक्शन को आर्गुमेंट चेंज करके डिफरेंट तरीके से काम करना. फंक्शन ओवरलोडिंग वगैरह जो पढ़ा है, राइट? एक ही फंक्शन से डिफरेंट काम.
One name, many forms.
एब्स्ट्रैक्शन मींस वो पब्लिक प्राइवेट कीवर्ड जो है आपके, ठीक है, हाउ यू कैन हाइड द डेटा. पब्लिक प्राइवेट प्रोटेक्टेड कीवर्ड पढ़ा होगा ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is your
Sir.
abstraction. Inheritance, you know
Yes, sir.
how you can inherit the properties of one class to another. These are your OOPS properties or OOPS language properties. These properties are not supported in C language. C is a sequential language. Okay, so these 2 are your books. But more importantly, whatever we are doing in the classes, you have to follow that. That is your first prerequisite. If you want to read, just download the PDF of these books. Don't have to buy anything. Everything is available online. Just download the PDF and you can read it. Got this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this was our overall syllabus. The details we will start from the next class onwards. We will start with the first module, that is your arrays, structures, unions, and time complexities, and then we will slowly proceed with linked lists, stacks, queues, trees, searching, sorting, graphs. That's it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So any doubts you have? Anything you want to ask? Acha, tell me one thing. Just wait. Now tell me one thing. In C language, suppose, can I declare an array like this? Int a of n. Can n be any number? Or do you have to specify this n?
Sir, we have to specify n first.
You have to specify, right? In most of the programs, you will see generally people use hash def function, that is max size something equals to 100. और फिर वो array ऐसे create करते हैं, a of max size something like this, right?
Yes.
In
sir.
some of the programs, you can see something like this also. But इसका मतलब भी यही है that this max size is defined previously. You have to define the maximum size of the array previously. Suppose a of 1000, the maximum size would be 1000. But you can ask the user. Suppose I have declared an array int a like this with maximum elements as 1000, but still you can ask the user now that printf enter the size of the array.
Yes,
But
sir.
that size of the array जो n है, that should be less than 1000. This is the condition. यूजर से n पूछ सकते हो सकता है यूजर को 1000 की जरूरत नहीं है. The user doesn't need these 1000 elements. He needs only 25 elements. So you can ask the user, but this n cannot be greater than 1000. Suppose you want to create a dynamic array that I don't want to specify the size of the array. I want the user to enter what should be the size of this n. How you can do it?
Sir, we should
C.
first declare n and then take the value for n from the
No,
user.
I don't want to declare n. n user will enter. I want to create a dynamic array. Focus on the words. I want to create a dynamic array. Dynamic मतलब run time में size पूछेंगे. I want to create a dynamic array. What I can do in C?
So we can ask for the input of n from the user and then use it.
Yes, sir.
नहीं.
Input the value from the user.
Malloc calloc क्यों पढ़ा है? Have you heard these terms? Malloc and calloc?
Sir, we haven't studied that.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why you
No,
haven't
sir.
studied Malloc and calloc? Was in your theory also and in your lab also? This
No,
was in
sir.
your lab
No,
also,
sir.
right?
No, sir, it
No,
wasn't.
We didn't even heard them.
बेटा लैब का सिलेबस है Malloc calloc.
Sir,
taught
लेकिन
you
पढ़ाया
PPL?
नहीं.
Sir, नहीं करा.
Sachi ma'am.
Okay, no problem. So see, basically, if you want to create dynamic memory in C, okay, you have to use two functions, that is malloc and calloc. Okay, these are used for dynamic memory allocation. We don't have these in now in our syllabus, but okay, I've told you, you try to read them. ठीक है, कोई डाउट होगा पूछ लेना. इसकी ऐसे जरूरत नहीं पड़ने वाली है, but just for your understanding, I was telling. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So if you want to create dynamic arrays, कि I will ask the user कि run time में मुझे कितने elements चाहिए. I want 20 elements. I want 30 elements. तो उसके लिए malloc and calloc function use किया जाता है. ठीक है, वो dynamic memories बनाता है. It create dynamic memories. So malloc के अंदर suppose मैंने pass कर दिया that I want to create 10 elements. So वो 10 blocks बना देगा run time में. ठीक है, वो user से पूछा जाता है. चलो कोई बात नहीं. This is not on our syllabus. We don't have to worry regarding that. Sir, we will be doing data structures with C as primary language or Python. C, beta, C. Data structures we are going to do with C only. In the lab also you have to use C. Okay. Whatever we are going to do, we have to use C language itself. C language में जो सबसे prerequisite है, that is, चलो malloc calloc नहीं आता है, but apart from that, I hope you are comfortable with C language. ठीक है, malloc calloc की अगर जरूरत पड़ी तो I will teach you. जहाँ पे भी इसकी जरूरत पड़ेगी. ठीक है, but because all the data structures that we are going to perform in the lab, arrays हो गया, stacks हो गया, queues हो गया, linked list हो गया, ठीक है, trees है, graphs हैं, सबके you have to code in C only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir, can you please share your phone number and mail ID?
Yeah, Karthik. Who is your CR?
Sir, it is me.
Me, sir.
Give a number in message.
Thank you, sir.
ठीक है, so we'll start with the first module from the next class onwards. No, I don't have any idea, Mansha. Not this month at least. Okay, not till the mid of March, I don't think. Okay, chalo, thank you. So